Can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true. Oh my God.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that one.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You had me go on Tinder dates I didn't want to go on. And then you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot.
Me if you could have an open relationship.
That is, no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open relationship.
No, did you ask that, okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron? Did we say that?
No, that is
never?
not.
You never asked that?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay, we're going to lie to your chat now, okay.
We're literally not lying.
And you didn't give him the hand job in the parking lot?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Correct, I did not
didn't drive up on you guys together, you giving him a hand job in the parking lot in Chinatown.
These men can't even find that would make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're
oh my God, because porn stars never have sex off fucking.
So first, I just want to say, if you guys are thrown off by that first clip I just showed you, you're not alone, because I don't even know where to start unpacking all the shit that was said in that first clip. And there's more to come, because apparently they've been arguing for 10 plus hours on stream. I don't know if that's exaggerated, but even if you was arguing for 30 minutes on stream, at some point, common sense has to kick in and you're like, you know what, let's just end this and let's handle our business. But they didn't do that. So I got another video today and we get to talk about some things. Now, the first thing that threw me off was how he started the video off by saying,
can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true.
And I gotta be honest with you, that was a little bit crazy to me, because it felt like you're gatekeeping us black men from the goods. And I don't feel like that should happen. There should be no man that you want to kiss your wife. But what's even worse is she goes on to say that I went on a Tinder date because you're forcing me to go on Tinder dates. And I don't even think that has to do with their content. Maybe it's an OnlyFans thing, but that's crazy to me.
Well, had me go on Tinder dates I didn't want to go on.
Why would you ever try to push your wife to go on a Tinder date with somebody and then you get mad if she kisses or she gives this dude a hand job? Bitch, she shouldn't have been on that Tinder date in the first place. But if you pushed her to do it, that's your fault. You got to eat that one. Now, she's claiming you didn't catch us. I wasn't giving him a hand job. I don't even do that for our content. So why would I go do that offline? And he says, you know, porn stars obviously still have sex offline. And he's not wrong. But in this situation, it's like, bro, if you sent her on this date, whatever happens, that's on you. You are being stupid by telling your wife to even do any of this shit. That just makes absolutely no sense to me. And this dude's been goofy for a minute now, so this really isn't that surprising. But apparently, their whole 10+ hour argument started with this situation. Then it branched into this.
You like smoking cigars actively. Why do you compare things that you can't compare? Why are you insane?
You know, we have 7 dogs. Are you honestly?
And none of them have shit in the house. Crazy, right?
They have shit all over the outside.
Yeah, that's what dogs do. Where do you want it to go?
They have. Okay, what I'm saying is that we don't need 7 of them.
You chose to get 7. I wanted 5.
And yet you're saying I hate them. It's so weird.
Oh my God!
I can't say you're doing. You hate them. You chose to do it, but you also took care of them.
Told you.
But you hate them.
But you can't
don't like
complain about them. You agreed you wouldn't complain about them if we got 7.
I don't
You're
like them.
crazy.
I agreed to 7.
You suggested 2 more.
And I'm not even going to make fun of them for some of the stupid topics that it seems like they're arguing about, because I feel like anybody that's been in an argument, especially with your significant other, sometimes it gets a little extra. You go from the main topic to talking about dumb shit that don't even matter, but you continue to argue about, like, all this stuff just starts to come out. Oh, I don't like when you do this or you do that. Last week this happened. And so I feel like that's where they're at. And then at some point, apparently she put him on camera, or he claims that she did, and he didn't like that. And he started to get a little bit aggressive with her, and the police end up showing up.
That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
in my
then
face.
leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant, is that right?
Shit. Talk about problems. Hey, what the is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view. Me.
Bro? What is wrong with you? You got.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah. 514,
He's just throwing it over there.
they say he's been assaulted.
He's sexual.
You needed to?
No.
y'all live streamers?
Yeah, we're live streaming. He's just having a tantrum.
Now, from everything that I can tell, it seems like maybe a viewer had called the cops, but then there was another clip where she says that you doxed us, so I'm going to call the cops. And I assumed that it was based on a precaution, and she wanted to let them know what was going on so that way they were aware of it. But all I know is they continued to argue after the cops left.
No, I'm in a sane one, Nick,
No.
and you were in an insane mindset.
No, you're just, something is mentally unhinged for you right now, because normally
No, it's
Normally-
literally you. You are unhinged.
when you know that we're being swatted, you're at least concerned for the dogs, and you're almost
I was
gleeful.
not concerned in this case because one, I know that the dogs aren't in here, so there's nothing for me to be concerned, and I know that they aren't free on the
Yeah,
outside.
they're like on the patio, and then
Either on the patio concealed.
Trumps can jump over things.
I don't have to be concerned if I didn't hear a shot go off. There's nothing for me to be. If we had heard gunshots, yes, I'd be concerned. But we didn't. So why would I be concerned if police enter my door like they do every night lately because we hired them?
That's
for
not. Those aren't the ones we hired.
Yeah, well, I don't know that at first. I didn't know we're being swatted. So how
Right,
would
because
I
the ones we
know?
hired are gonna slam the door, and then I'll throw my hands up.
If they're trying to talk to us, they do knock on the door loudly.
And I throw my hands up?
You didn't do that until they opened the door.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yes. So what the?
I'm
Why
saying.
are you?
First of all, no. This is you being retarded, because here's the thing, right? You're being super flippant, and you're not even making any sense. You just said you're not concerned because no shots are fired, bro.
Yes, there would be nothing
No,
for me to
no,
be concerned
no,
about if the
no.
door is knocking.
That's not true.
And at this point, this shit is just stupid. Like, I really don't understand why people stay in relationships when this is how your relationship is. There has been so many situations that have been covered online about Amouranth and her husband that I don't even know why they're together anymore. Like, at this point, I don't even want to say that she's like the victim and he's just the toxic one. They're both toxic because they continue to come back together and do this bullshit over and over and over and over again. And I'm sorry, but like at some point, you're both to blame. That's just the way that it is. We covered something like this a year, 2, 3 years ago about her and her husband, and she had come online saying that he was abusing her. He was trying to withhold her money, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And she was trying to get out and she was begging for people to help her. It was a crazy situation. And I covered it and talked about it. And then come to find out, they still been together this whole time. And I don't even know if it was as bad as she made it seem. People were thinking that that was all just a ploy to try to get people to donate more money, which is wild because I'm pretty sure she's made so much money that she's got to be set for life. And if she decides to have kids, they're probably set for life. So there's not really any reason for them to fake this like back and forth marriage thing anymore. I think it's become clear that it's just this toxic. This is just how their relationship is. And to me, there is no amount of money that makes that make sense. I'm sorry. I would love to have $100 million in the bank. But if you're telling me that I'm going to have the mindset of staying in a relationship with someone where we're just going to be at each other's throat every day, all the time, and I'm just going to be miserable all the time, I don't feel like it's worth it. I'd rather have way less money and enjoy my life because I'm smart enough to make a good decision and separate myself from toxic shit and stay amongst people that are actually good for me, because this is just wild at this point. I don't even know if this man does anything or if he's just eating off her plate this whole time. Like, I'm sure he manages her and all that stuff, but it's like, bro, listen, come on. Does she really need a manager? Most likely not. She can do all this stream stuff, the OnlyFans. She can do all that without him, and she'd be perfectly fine. You could just get rid of this man, live a good life, and find somebody that you're actually going to vibe with. I don't know. It's just, this whole thing is just mad weird to me. Let me know what you guys think down below. I just happened to see this as I was recording other videos, and I thought, you know what? Let's touch on this because we've talked about Amouranth before and her husband. And it's wild to see years later, they just doing the same dumb shit. So who knows? Appreciate you. Take it easy. Stay safe. I will catch you in the next one, homies.